I'm a corporate recruiter and I review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a full stack software engineer. And I do non-tech as well, but tech right now is... So most of the resumes sent to me are tech. So for a full stack software engineer, what we want is degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML. Hold on. I want to make sure everybody understands this because this is the most common problem full stack software engineers have. I want to repeat this. I'm going to look at the camera. I'm going to take off my glasses. I need you to see this. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. If you are applying for a full stack role, those should be in your very first sentence, under your very first bullet point, under your very first job in the first half of the sentence. If you don't have that, it is a bad sign. Although sometimes you can replace another backend language for TypeScript. Then we need React or React.js, Node.js, Angular Next.js, SQL or NoSQL, MongoDB. I think if you have MySQL, you should be fine as well. RESTful API, REST API, Cloud, CI/CD, Git, .NET or Python or Java. Bonus points for AI, agentic, its tools, extra language, DevOps, and GraphQL. So this person has a garbage resume. Now, I know that before I even look at it because they told me their ratio, and the ratio is how many applications it takes to get an interview. This is how you grade how good your resume is. Anything above a 1 in 50, so for every 50 applications it takes to get one interview, is bad. 150 to 1, which this person has, possibly even more, means this is a real stinker of a resume. So, garbage resume, not garbage engineer. I want to be clear. Your resume does not define you. So, can I find what I need in 20 seconds? Because that is all the time recruiters have. And to clarify, these I am going to be searching for qualifications, not keywords. What a qualification is a keyword plus how you did it, plus the reason or result of you doing it, plus where you did it. That is why skill sections don't count. And a keyword is basically, no one in hiring calls it that, but you all know what it is. It's one of these things. So it's a skill, whether hard or soft, and how that is a keyword. So remember, how you used it, the reason and result of you using it, where you used it, and the keyword itself. All 4 of those need to be there for me to mark it off the list. And I need 75% of that. So 20 seconds on the clock. I will probably not be able to find it. And go. Okay, nothing here counts. Created a full stack. Okay, using TypeScript, good. A React, or RESTful API. Okay. Design backend, implemented low validation, integration. Nothing here matters. Deployed a host to Microsoft Azure. Okay, good. Docker, CI/CD pipelines. This doesn't matter. And yeah, there's no JavaScript, HTML, or CSS. It's like an instant rejection. And you have PHP for some reason too, but you don't say me how. So this person stated, but yeah, that's a definite decline. They wrote me the following: I've transitioned from education to web dev. I have work experience from back to 2011, but chosen more of a functional resume. Good. Your resume. Oh, there's also another giant red flag this person did. Let's see. Gotten 2. Let's see, but chose more of a. I've applied to probably a couple of thousands of jobs over 2 years, and I've gotten only 2 interviews for web dev, one of which is minimum wage. Yeah, this is a very bad resume. The market agrees this is a garbage resume. Again, not garbage person, garbage resume. Those are different things. One, I actually got the job as a PHP dev, and that paid well. Yeah, because most people don't put it on their resume, which is a shame, because the fact is, if you need a PHP dev, you will probably not be able to find one. However, I have a criminal background, and after disclosure was let go after the investigation. Okay, so if you have a felony, right? I've worked for companies that allow felons before. You want to look for hold on, I actually have to look this up because there's a specific wording that will help you out. It is called let me look it up, a fair chance employer. I want you to start looking for roles that specifically state fair chance employer. If they state that, and I'm just going to put it up here. Oh, that looks weird. Fair chance employer, that means they are allowed to hire people from felonies. That doesn't mean they will hire everyone with a felony, but it means it's not an immediate disqualification depending on the felony itself. So, fair chance employer, that is what you want to look for. Let's see, I submitted several documents When requested, set for responsibility, went to therapy, 12-step. Good. It's good that you are taking care to reintegrate yourself. I'm part of a group to help people come back into the tech, but it's still a major hurdle and just want to be able to support my family. But I feel a permanent position would help me get... Yeah, it should. A permanent position is good. I know getting interviews is the first step, and eventually with the work I put in, someone will give me a second chance. Yeah. They used to call it second chance employment. Now it's fair chance employment. So look for fair chance employment. Now, what you do need to do is I want you to take this resume and I want you to delete it because it is awful. Even assuming for the fact that you were not had a criminal background, this is bad. This would not get you interviews. And the fact that you've had thousands of applications and only gotten 2 interviews is why. So here's what you need to do first, formatting wise. The link is in below in the description. Follow this format. This is how you do it. This is what it should look like. I don't care if you're a barista or a software engineer or an accountant or HR. You need this format. The only people that do not want this format are people that have very job hoppy / heavily contract based employment or high level directors and managers. Those are the 2 people that want a different format. So you need to fix your formatting. The second thing is you need better bullet points. Okay, so first things first, if you're going for full stack, I need to see TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I don't care how basic and boring that is. I need to see it. Second off, down here, projects. Okay, so if these are projects, you don't need the dates. Dates are irrelevant for projects. We need the dates of employment if this was a full-time job, but because this was a project, it doesn't matter the location. It does not matter where you did it necessarily. A qualification is where under a project, not where as in a physical location. So this can be safely deleted because they may actually look at that and think that's just a 1-month work experience instead. But I will say once you do start putting your actual work experience, you need the months here as well. So once this is like full-time role, you need the months. So do not put this over here. Remember, we do not care about your dates for project. Who cares? It's your project. You can make it as long or as short as you want. The location doesn't matter. We assume you did it where you did it. So that is one thing that we need to do. Then we go to, wait, why is your experience down here? Oh my gosh, this is okay. So the order of, this title is probably going to be literally everything is wrong with this resume. So the order of operations in what you want to put up is relevant first, right? If it's not one of these, it doesn't belong in the list. So relevancy first. Then it is work experience, then internships, then projects. So why are your projects up here above your work experience when you've actually had some solid work experience? This is actually okay. So the problem here though is where is literally any of the tech stack here, right? Where is the TypeScript, the JavaScript, the HTML? Where is the React or the Node or the Angular or the SQL or the NoSQL? Where is the RESTful API? Where is the REST API? The cloud, the CI/CD, the Git, the .NET, the Python, the Java, anything. There's nothing here. This entire section has absolutely nothing I want, with the exception of Git all the way down here in the corner, which is good. This is good. Git is good. If you noticed, I don't care about search engine optimization unless you were doing a front-end role particular. If you're doing a front-end role, I care about SEO. If you're doing a full-stack role, yes, I know that full-stack implies front-end, you don't want SEO. So the problem with this is it's a very bad resume. We're not even talking about the criminal stuff. So delete the resume, remake it, and I want you to make it like this, all right? Instead of operated our point of sale cash register, I want you to say created a web page using TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS to X and Y where in a Microsoft Azure environment, right? Like something like that. I need you to write this resume better because this is the problem you are having. The projects are actually written almost okay, which I think is kind of a shame that you did not do that for the actual work experience. So remember, we don't want to put these little things here. They have to be in the bullet points. If they are not in the bullet points here, It does not matter. So this stuff up here needs to be in these bullet points. It needs to be in this bullet point. It needs to be in these bullet points. And again, it needs to be all the way down here in this bullet point. If you do not have those things up here, which is exactly the stuff I would be looking for, it doesn't count. So skill sections don't count, all right? Everybody tries to make a skill section. They're worthless. This is the problem with skill sections, is they will look at this and they'll go, oh, okay, you used HTML. That's exactly what we're looking for. Where is it in your resume? Okay, cool, all the way down there. Okay, all the way down there, all the way down there. Can't find it anywhere else. All right, where is, let's see, MongoDB, only here, nowhere else in the resume. Okay, cool. I guess you were lying, right? Like that's the problem you're going to have. So switch up your work experience up top, right? Your work experience needs to be all the, man, it's hard because it's on the second page, all the way up here. Switch it with the projects. Then the projects, I need you to write them a little bit better, and I need JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and TypeScript. Accountants need, seriously, I understand this is the most rage-inducing part, but as a recruiter, you know what I tell other recruiters? You need to put ATS in your resume, and you need to put what type. You know what? You know the amount of recruiters that have never used an ATS? I've never met one. We've all used them before, but you still need to put it in. Accountants have almost all used Excel. You still need to put it in. JavaScript, HTML, CSS is what you need to put in. So make those changes, resubmit, and we will do what we can so that you can help take care of your family. Because let's face it, we want you to be able to take care of your family, right? You are doing what you can to help society again, and I want to make sure society can help you out again. But society is not going to help you out with this resume because they're not going to know that you have what they need. So if anybody else ever needs any more help, they can always join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. The link is below. And I want to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. It helps a small creator like me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. That is how you can really help me. And to all of my members who have joined through the link below, who get access to videos a little bit early, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I know it may not seem like a lot, but I appreciate the fact that you are willing to join in this economy, so thank you very much. Let's go to the next resume. This is a software engineer intern resume. So for an intern across almost every single, industry, you really only want 4 things, right? This is for bachelor's only. Once you get to master's and PhD level, it's a little bit different, but for every single industry, from accounting to nursing, do nurses do interns? From accounting to software engineers to any other industry I can't think of, you will want your degree. You want the ability to work well with others. You want to show that you can take direction and criticism. And you want a basic knowledge of whatever it is that you're interning for. In this case, for a software engineer, it would be a particular tech stack or multiple tech stacks. So language, library, SQL, cloud, and maybe a little bit of AI as garnish. Those are all that you need. It's really not that much else. Interns usually overcomplicate it and show how they led, but like your job as an intern is not to lead, it's to be led. So this person, we do not know their ratio. They did not tell me, so I do not know if this is good or bad off the bat, but let's see if I can find what I need in 20 seconds and go. Okay, degree, good. Okay, perfect. I don't care about that part, but ship full stack fixes for variety, safety, cross, stencil, J, don't care. C++, I might. And Agile is good. Build JavaScript data validations into Jenkins CI/CD. That's okay. Don't care about this part. Architected dark mode theming, cross UIs, pattern defects. Don't care of anything there. Refractor. And that's time. Okay, so this would not pass. It's not the worst, but it would not pass. Revised after my previous review. I currently hold EU and Canadian citizen, so I've been applying to both with no luck. Only one online assessment after 80 plus applications. Stop tracking after 80. Yeah, there's still a lot wrong with this resume. Like, there's a lot wrong with this resume. So, first thing is the formatting. Remember, you want it to look like this. Is it boring? Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be boring. The entire point of your formatting is so that it's easy to read. And this, I was only able to get down to here. While in this, I can usually get down to here and find what I need within them. Because remember, we only have 20 seconds. That's it. That's all the time we have. Actually, realistically, we really only have 12 seconds. But since I do this live in front of an audience, I add an extra 8 seconds because I cannot enunciate the problems while still reviewing it in the 12 seconds. So technically, it's 12 seconds, which is the equivalent of 20 seconds for me while doing this on stream. But like, so the thing I did like here, which also should be capitalized, I believe, Agile Sprint should be capitalized, but that's actually good. The second thing that I have a problem with is you don't mention any of the basic text stuff. Like, your first sentence is, I think, okay. You mention it here, with the exception of stencil and pixie, which I don't really know what those are nor care about. But, like, this doesn't matter. Remember, it cannot be here. This does not count. If you write this, you are just wasting space and making it harder to read. This does not count. You have to show me how you did it in the bullet point. You have to mention it in the bullet point. Okay, there we go. So, what did I like? Shipped full stack fixes. Okay, that tells me what it is. For a safety critical automated train control. Okay, you tell me what it is. That's a good start. Then you say across stencil.js. They're not going to know what that is. C++. They might. That's good. And pixie.js. I don't know what that is. Within Agile Sprints is good, though. Again, I think Agile should be capitalized. Built JavaScript. Okay, good. Data validation utilities integrated into Jenkins. CI/CD reducing pipeline failures. Again, you do not want the percentage. This is not impact. You can just say reducing pipeline failures. That is a good sentence. But the rest of this is actually okay because you tell me JavaScript. Architected a dark mode theming across all UIs. Blah blah blah. Again, nothing in this dark mode matters. Nothing in there really matters. A UI might be a bonus, but where is it that you can take direction and criticism? I think Agile shows that you can work together with others, but where's the fact that you can take direction and criticism? I don't see it. I don't see it all. And then, yeah, again, I don't care about 1,000% faster feedback or whatever. Stop putting numbers in your resume. The only number I want to see in your resume is your dates of employment and your education. Those are it. Those are the only numbers I want to see. This is good. Also, your contact. Please put your phone number. And this and your phone number. Those are the only numbers I want to see in your resume. Unless you are in sales or you are a manager, you don't want numbers. They're going to make it worse. That is not impact. Numbers are not impact. A 32% increase in validity is not impact. You know what is impact? Reducing the amount of time our engineers needed to fix our problems. That's it. You don't need to even say the percentage. You're just adding unnecessary bad to your resume. So, your big problem is A, you don't tell me how you can take direction and criticism. B, your the actual technical bullet points themselves are way too technical, way too complicated, and they don't show me the basics. Do I even see SQL, actually? Is there anything involving SQL here? No, there it is, all the way down here. No one's going to get all the way down here to see this SQL. That's not going to happen. Your resume is formatted too poorly for them to get that far down. So, I need you to rewrite these bullet points. I need you to make them simpler. I need you to make them understandable to a layman or a hiring manager who only has 7 seconds to 12 seconds to find it. And I need you to keep the basic boring stuff. The basic boring stuff is what gets you a job. I swear, that is the biggest issue, is everybody puts all these crazy, complicated floop-flops and zibble-wops and wobble-wops when we're really just looking for the basic, boring tools to get you an interview. Once you're in the interview, guess what? That is when you say all the flip-flops and the vibble-vops and whatever it is. But for the resume, you need the basic, boring stuff. Also, this is your second time, you need to fix your formatting. Why are you still making common mistakes like this and making your resume look like this? This is so much harder to read. Please, 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 please fix it for your own sake. Okay, that part is fine. But this part is not. Stop doing this. Next resume. This is an SOC analyst, so a security operations center analyst. So what we need, and might actually be a slightly outdated list, but it should be good enough for now, is degree, cybersecurity, SOC, NOC, so NOC, which I actually, Network Operations Center maybe? I actually don't know what the acronym for that one is. Certs, you're going to want a bunch of different random certs. You don't need all of them, just to show me that you have some of them. VMware MS Solutions Troubleshooting Diagnostic, ISSO, which is not ISO. It's different than ISO. It's ISSO. ISSM, DoD, security clearance. You just need to show that you have one or can apply to one. Intrusion detection, prevention, IDS, IPS, firewalls, log analysis, CIEM, network behavioral, antivirus, security analysis, malware, forensic methodologies, diamond model, which I don't know what that is, NIST, incident response. So again, I don't know how good or bad this resume is. They did not tell me a ratio. So 20 seconds to find what I need on the clock and go. Okay, degree, good. Cybersecurity, CompTI, okay, good. Sifted through the security information event management, okay, good. Cybersecurity, reported on. It's not terrible. Windows, Linux. Okay. This has some of what I want. The problem I have with it is so you ideally, right? I try not to say this in every video because this is like more advanced resume creation basically, but your goal should be to contain every bullet point needs a minimum of 3 keywords and a maximum of 6. So the problem I really have with this resume is it's only got like 1 keyword per sentence, which again, it's not the worst, but like, there's quite a lot that we have to get through. So you do want to condense it. So it's basically too wordy. It yapped too much, which is what I do. So let me read what they wrote. I started not job hunting not long ago. I search and apply to jobs that have been recently posted, but I haven't gotten any bites in my resume. I'm worried it's because of my unrelated degree and lack of relevant industry certifications. I do believe that this is sort of more of like a mid-level career. That is something that is a bit of an issue. I am thinking about having my wait, what? Okay. I am fibbing about having my degree as I graduate in May. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is something a lot of companies check. Especially for companies that are like security. The fact that you would lie in a security role is a giant, massive red flag. No. And again, it's not even like, okay, you graduate in May. That's not even that long from now. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Usually you only want to start applying to jobs that you can start within 3 months. So while it will hurt your chances, it's not going to be a full deal breaker. But yeah, don't do that. Don't lie about your degree in a security role. I've got like some people that are in security in chat and they can tell me more about that, but I'm pretty sure that's like one of the worst things you could do. Don't do that. But I figure it helps with my odds of landing an interview. Yeah, and then they're gonna reject you in the background check. And then they will, in fact, blacklist you from the company. Like, quick note here. Blacklisting is very rare. In my entire career, I've only had, I think, 3 candidates ever get blacklisted. One lied about everything on their resume, a la this person for a security role would probably count as that. The other got escorted out of the premises by the police. I don't know what they did. They never told me. And the third, what did they do? They did something also. Oh, they continuously sent me 12-page manifestos every other day. So in my 10 years of doing this, to 5, whatever, those are the only 3 people I've ever seen actually blacklisted. This would probably get you blacklisted from a company if they find out you lied about your degree. Just say graduating in May. It's not even that long ago. It's not worth the risk. Let's see. Finally, a lot of time when applying to jobs that use Workday as an ATS, there is an autofill option. Do you have any thoughts on how using that will impact the interview? No, it won't impact it. It's terrible. I hate I hate it, but it won't impact it because the real secret is, you know what happens if your resume doesn't parse in the ATS? As long as it's in a PDF or Word or Google Docs format, we just look at it like this. This is what we look at. Most of us don't even look at those lists of numbers and stuff because it's really more for HR than talent acquisition. So if it glitches in the auto parsing, we'll just look at this. Like, you're seeing what I would see. So the big problem with this, though, besides everything you wrote in the in the note to me, is like, I just don't have enough stuff. Like, I see SIEM, but that's the only thing in this sentence. Which, remember, you want around 3 to 6 per sentence. So that's that's so hard to see. So this only has one keyword essentially. This again only has like one keyword. Bash scripting, PowerShell could be useful, but again, I'm really looking for the stuff of troubleshooting. So there's really not much I can do there. Use knowledge of Windows to discern behavioral. Again, one. Like I want you to write a sentence that says troubleshot our ISSO network and firewalls for our X and Y by doing Z and D. Right? That's what I want to see. You just don't have enough stuff here. Like, this is very sparse. Like, I think the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm realizing I think you only really have like 3 to 4 things that I'm looking for. And then you're kind of repeating the same thing. Like, you don't need to repeat SEM here because you already put it up here. You don't want to repeat it in the same job. So, although you did write this out correctly. So this part is good. So, whoo boy, there's a lot wrong here. First off, don't lie about your degree. That's bad. Second off, I just need you to have more of the relevant stuff that I want. Because right now I just don't see it. And I need you to put at least 3 of them, hopefully 6 in each of these sentences. Because there's just not enough to move you forward. And that's your real problem. It's not the degree. It's that the lack of content on your resume. So, next, resume. We've got another software engineer intern. So again, this is same thing as the last intern. This one I think is pretty good. If they're being truthful, this is a 1 in 25, which that's pretty good. So if they're telling the truth, because sometimes people don't tell me the right ratio, please tell me the right ratio. That is, you don't need to lie to me. Just give me the ratio so I know how to help you, okay? The ratio is very important. So 1 to 25, so I'm expecting this to be pretty good even if the formatting is not great. So 20 seconds on the clock and go. Okay, don't want that. Built a full stack invoice, HTML, JavaScript, Python, good. Don't care about customers. To generate download PDF invoices, okay, good. Engineer database with reducing manual errors, don't care. RESTful API is good. Configure suited with GitHub, okay. Again, stop with the numbers. Developed a app. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think this is a 1 in 25, but the bullet points are not bad, actually. Again, I am missing how you worked well together with others and you took direction and criticism, but how you wrote these are good, with the exception of, again, stop putting numbers in your resume. I cannot impress upon you how bad it makes your resume. Stop with all these random numbers. So let me read what you wrote. I go to a university that has an integrated co-op internship search to help students have a higher chance of receiving internships through universities' relationships with multiple companies. Okay, so that's why you have a 1 in 25. Again, it's not a terrible resume. Like, this would probably on your own maybe be like a 1 in 75 or a 1 in 100, but not like 1,000 or something to 1. It helped me apply to 30 internships, which was the max for the search, and was able to receive 5 interviews. Okay, so that doesn't count. Like, if your university has a program that is designed to help you with that, good. That's awesome. That's really, really good. But, like, that doesn't really count for your ratio. Your ratio is how many interviews you've gotten based on applications where you have not had help. Because that is the entire point of help in the job search, is to get past basically this part of the stage. So I cannot count any of that. Now, saying that, it's not the terrible resume, right? It's not the worst. There are some flaws with this that we can fix. This is definitely better than the other one, I will say. So first off, relevant coursework is not relevant unless you had a major capstone or something. like neuropsych linguistics or something, then you can put it in. But otherwise, relevant coursework does not matter. This needs to be one line, right? This needs to be one line. Stop bolding this. Don't bold this. Don't bold this. Don't bold this. These should be italicized. So that's some formatting issues you need to do. And also stop with this, I don't know what the line thing. No, none of this line thing. This makes your resume harder to read. Stop it. Erase it. No line thing here. No line thing here. You can already see it's a lot easier to read after you take all this junk out. So, on to the bullet points themselves. Not terrible. Again, this is good. I stop with the number here, which I already erased. So, built a full stack invoicing app using HTML, JavaScript, and Python, enabling customers to generate and download PDF invoices. That's great. I would prefer if you added maybe like one or two other things to it, but overall, that's a good bullet point. Engineered PostgreSQL database integration with auto-numbered invoice tracking. My problem with this is, again, you want 3 keywords minimum, and you only have 1. So PostgreSQL, yes, is 1. Also, on the first video, my chat let me know that I accidentally said Node.js SQL. I meant to say NoSQL. All right, I do. Node.js or Node SQL is not a thing. NoSQL is. I misspoke. But yeah, I want at least 2 more in this sentence. So we need 2 more keywords here. RESTful APIs, again, great. In fact, you could probably add this to this. And then, yeah, again. So here is what I would recommend that you do. Your first sentence is fine, right? If you can add 1 more, that would be great. If not, no big deal. And then I would combine these 3 sentences, because really there's not enough in these to stand alone by themselves. So combine these 3 sentences, which, oh, it's not even showing. These 3 sentences. There we go. I don't know why the formatting is so off. These 3 sentences need to be combined. And then what you do with that is I then need another sentence right after that shows how you took direction and criticism and worked well with others. And then do the same thing on the one below, right? Again, this is... I don't care about the percentages. Those should be deleted. I need more keywords here. So again, combine these. No, it's not showing it. Combine these, and then put this one about how you worked well together with others. So just do that in the rest of your resume, and it's fine. Because again, I don't think this is a 1 in 25. Your internship program is fantastic, though. Good for your school. That's a really good ratio. But now that you can't rely on this is probably a 1 in 75. So you're about to meet a wall, and I want you to be able to overcome it. Let's go to the next resume. This is the 3rd intern of this video, so same thing. Let's start the clock. This is pretty quick. A lot of interns in this video. And go. Okay, develop in Java, Spring Boot, good. I need more. Built a web-based front-end HTML, JavaScript, webhooks, good. Integrated phaser, JMWork, CD pipelines, okay. Developed an interactive REST with JavaScript, TikTok, good. Design, C, okay, good. Agile environment, ooh, that one's good. That one should be higher up. That should be higher up. Built a deployment website using, okay. This is not bad. Again, your formatting is perfect, with one small teeny little exception, which is something's off about this right here. There's a slight grammatical error between here and the underlining on GitHub. Those are so minor, that's probably not going to affect your chances at all, but I wanted to at least let you know. Again, that's not a huge deal. It takes you like a second to fix. I want to point out something they did fantastically, though. This right here, if this is something that applies to you, is exactly how you do it. So again, formatting's great. This, if you are fluent in other languages, perfection. This is great. We love to see it. So again, resume should look like this. This is great. Love it. Let me read your notes. Your notes are, I messed up. I need to put this over here. Your notes are, hello, Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter is my father. You may call me Lee, or the Headless. I am new to applying for work in my field, which is why I don't have a ratio. Luckily, I found your channel and have tried to implement your tips. I'm mostly worried about the quality of your bullet points. They're mostly good. There's some changes I would make, but again, this is not bad. I think this would possibly succeed in a 1 in 50. Let's see. You don't want them to be too jargon heavy or confusing. No, these are actually pretty good. Pretty solid. And I'm not sure which aspects to highlight on the top half versus what to keep in the bottom. I love how brutal you were in reviewing, and I definitely need that criticism when you can offer. So I don't need to be that brutal. Your changes are not going to be that difficult to fix. So again, the minor formatting thing up at the top. Also, this person is in my Twitch chat, so after this video ends, I'm going to be helping them out. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter, I help people out on this. That's where I get these keywords and review these. So on to this and what we need to do to fix it. This is not terrible. I want to be clear. I don't think this is terrible. I'm not a big fan of putting the links to your project here under each one. The fact is, the recruiter themselves are not going to look at that, and if the hiring manager is going to, then they can just look at it here, right? So I'm not, or in your GitHub, wherever you put it. So I'm not the biggest fan of putting the links right here. I think as long as they're in the portfolio, it's fine. That's a minor issue. The second thing here is this should be one line. Ideally, this should be one line if you can fit it. If you really can't fit it, then okay, 2 lines, but ideally one line. If you need to use the abbreviation of your school, that's fine, but I don't know why this would be 2 lines for you. So now into the exact bullet points. So the first thing I want to state is this is probably your best bullet points down here, and it's all the way at the third. So I would definitely switch. This should go up top. The movie review, I think, is great. So, collaborated, don't use the word collaborated, just say worked in a team before in an agile environment. Great. With weekly sprint planning and retrospectives. Plus daily standards to maintain consistent progress. That's great. So, the thing I would say on this one is you need to switch these because you want your tech stack to be first. So, I would say created user interfaces using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and a RESTful API, whatever, to support user authentication, store movies, review data for our weekly movie app. And then you can have this sentence, which is perfect, really, this as your second bullet point. Just because you want to start with the tech stack first. That's a big thing for basically everything. Is you almost always want to start with the tech stack. If you can combine them, that's great, but that's something you want to do. And then down here, my problem with this is the first sentence only has Java and Spring Boot. So I would like a little bit more. Like I want you to say developed a real-time multiplayer game using HTML, CSS, Java, using Java, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Spring Boot. And then continue with the rest of that. And then integrated phaser into blah, 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 blah. So again, I think some of your bullet points need a little bit more keywords. I think that it is a bit of an issue that you don't tell how you can work together as a team until the third bullet point. And I also want to see how you can take direction and criticism. But how you wrote these bullet points is correct, right? Your verbiage is right. You just need to add a little bit of stuff, make it little bit more about, like, you know, how you took direction and criticism, add that, combine the bullet points together. But overall, this is very good. Like, I really like this. I think you will have a lot of success once you have that. I feel like I might be missing something on this, but overall, solid. Like it. Love it. Oh, and you have work experience down here as a manager. Yeah, they're going to love that. So, overall, pretty good resume. I think this is a 1 in 50 to a 1 in 75, possibly even more. Make those changes. You can probably get even more. We're talking like 1 in 20, 1 in 7. Usually, once people fully follow my advice for non-internationals, internationals ratio is always going to be worse. You get about a 1 in 7, so that's for every 7 applications you get an interview. So that's all for this episode. Thank you again all for watching. I appreciate your comments and likes and subscribes. Seriously, that is like a huge way to help a small creator like me. And again, I really do appreciate everybody who is a member who gets access to my videos a little bit early. You can all join below if you want to. There's a link below. But I want to thank you all for being members that are my members. Thank you. It really does mean a lot. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video.